Hi, Ben Simon here from Media Brighton TV, and today we'll be doing some professional microphone reviews. Choosing the best mic for YouTube videos is what I'm going to help you with today, so stay tuned. Okay, so I've got lots of microphones here and I just want to give you a quick heads up on the different types of microphones and what the pros and cons are of each for doing video. So as you probably know, because you've come to this video, audio is extremely important to get right on your videos and will boost the production value no end. And it's very, very important to get the right microphone. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off with lapel mics. I'm wearing a lapel mic. They're sometimes called lavalier mics or tie clip mics, and they're brilliant because they get the microphone very close to your mouth. So they're good for doing interviews where you've got a bit of time to actually connect a microphone. Mainly, I would say, in controlled environments so it's not too noisy. So you can get them close to your mouth. If I now play the microphone from the camera, you'll hear that it's very, very echoey compared. It sounds very distant, and that's because it is. It's on the other side of the room. My voice is bouncing around the room and you're getting all that sort of room echo. Whereas if we go back to the sound of the lapel, now you can hear it's a nice focus sound because it's quite close to my mouth. So that's why you would be using a lapel mic. Now, I'll just start at the lower end of the scale. This is probably the cheapest one I own. This one is for an iPhone, and they come in at around £10 or dollars or so. It's got a special connector that plugs in directly to your iPhone. It's got a bit of a mid-rangey sound, which you can EQ it if you're sort of working with software within a computer. But you know, generally for the money, it will make your videos a lot more professional than if you didn't use a mic. This is the sound of the cheaper iPhone lapel mic, and I think it's pretty acceptable sound. If you can EQ it a little bit, you can EQ a bit of the mid-range out of it. Essentially, I think it's a pretty good solution for the money. So that's your sort of starting point. Then I've got another one here. This is the Rode SmartLav. This is the first one they made. I wouldn't advise this for video, to be honest. First of all, it's got very short cables, so you can't really get far enough away from the camera to sort of do anything decent. And now I do know that they've made a second one. Maybe that's better, but personally, I've never used it. I'm wearing the Rode SmartLav, so you can just have a listen to how this sounds compared. I thought that when I used this a while back, I felt that it was quite hissy, so I wasn't too impressed. And also, the length of the cable is so short, you're pretty limited on where you can actually place the camera. So I didn't think it was a great video microphone. Now, the Audio-Technica ATR 3350. This is a very cheap microphone that is pretty good quality. £25 or dollars, probably the same. Generally, I'd say that the sound quality of these is really good. This one actually is broken, and that's the only thing about these. I have actually gone through quite a few of these in my time. If you're going to be using it a lot, then take that into consideration, because even though it's only £25, if you've bought 4 of them, then you're up to £100 anyway. You may as well buy a decent microphone for a bit more money that's going to last you. But anyway, to get going, this is a good one. Now, the drawbacks of it are it's got a very, very long cable, can get sort of tangled up. You've got to change the battery, and if you don't change the battery, you could turn it on for your next film shoot, and then it doesn't work, and that's not very professional. If you do have one of those, carry spare batteries around. So then we can move up to this AKG. This one is the C417PP. The PP means you have to send phantom power to it. So some recorders actually power the microphones, and that's what phantom power is. So this one has a just a mono mini jack input, which isn't the most professional input, but it does work on a lot of cheaper cameras or DSLRs, which is why they're used a lot. Now, this one has the XLR input, which is a more professional balanced input, and you can like use an XLR cable over a much longer distance for, you know, achieving still professional audio. I would say this one has a nice crisp sound to it. The only drawback I've found with this particular microphone is that when I'm running it off my audio recorder, if I plug my recorder into the mains, you get a weird bit of static, so I've had to run it off my recorder, running off batteries. So now I'm wearing the AKG C417PP, and this is just an audio test. Now, I just want to say that all of these lapel mics that I've been using are all wired. Obviously, you can get like wireless microphones as well. I do a couple of reviews of those which I'll link to in the description. But this is the AKG one. I think it's got a very crisp sound to it. Anyway, so that's the sound of this particular microphone. So as I said, this one I'm wearing now, this is the Audio-Technica Pro 70. It's about £90. It's rugged, it's made of metal, it feels like it's going to last a long time. The good thing about this microphone compared to this one only picks up sound from the top, and this one's what's called an omnidirectional microphone. Now that means that it picks up sound from all around. This one is really good for sort of blocking out background noises a bit more, which I find is really useful for, you know, when you're shooting and you might have some rustling of trees or whatever. This is why this particular microphone is my go-to microphone at the moment. So moving on to the handheld mics. Now these microphones are really, really good for noisy environments. You see them used on the red carpet and things like that, and TV for live events where you've got lots of background noise. The reason is because they pick up sound from the top and they repel sound from the back. That's because they're used for vocals on stages where you've got monitors sending the monitor mix up this way, and it would feed back if it was like hitting this part of the microphone. So this part rejects the sound. Now the drawback of that is if you hold it right down here, it doesn't work. You have to sort of hold it right underneath your mouth, or the person that you're interviewing's mouth. But these would be really good in a noisy environment such as like a coffee break in a seminar where everyone's chatting, or in an exhibition, and you want to get the microphone really close to your subject's mouth. Basically, then you get a really nice clean audio signal. I normally buy what's called a pop shield for my handheld microphone. You can get these pop shields for about $5 and £5, and it just stops the popping on the top of the microphone when people say P and whatnot. This particular one is a Shure SM58. This is probably the most popular microphone in the world, and they're rugged. You can see this one's dented and whatnot, it's been dropped, but it's still working. They're very sort of solid in your hand feeling, and generally brilliant piece of kit. So now I'm using the Shure SM58. You can hear it's got a very nice sound to it. It's a very focused, tight sound. As I said, very, very good in noisy environments to block out the background noise. So now I'm going to put the pop shield on, because if I talk into the front of it, pop, pop, you get a lot of pops when I say P sound. Generally, I try to get people to talk across the top of my microphone, so I don't actually have the microphone in front of their face. This is how you see people doing it when they're presenting on TV. I can demonstrate how this repels background sound by turning it away from my mouth. You probably hear that it's not picking up the sound quite as much. And now if I turn it around and then bring it closer, you can actually hear how much more it can pick up that is right underneath here. And obviously if I pull it away, then you can see how little that it picks up here, and then as it gets closer you can see it picks up a lot more when it's closer and sounds a lot richer. So a great sounding microphone. Just to show you compared, this is the Philips SBC MB150. It's a cheap microphone, it's probably about 10 or 15 pounds, and it's got a sort of cheap 1/4 inch jack compared to the professional XLR input that the Shure has. So this one would go directly into a cheap camera or whatever, but it's a very muffled sort of low budget sound. I'll give you a quick example. Okay, so now I'm using the cheap Philips microphone. It's just a cheap handheld microphone with a mini jack input. You can see that it doesn't have the same sound quality as the Shure. I'm now going to put the pop shield on it. This is it with the pop shield on. Cleans up the sound a lot, takes off a lot of those plosive sounds, and generally, you know, you can still have usable audio with this, a lot better than if you had just the onboard microphone. So that's just to show you how a cheap microphone performs compared. I just want to show, because you can't just buy any mic and expect it to be brilliant. They do have different sound qualities about them. This is a handheld mic designed for the iPhone. It's called the iRig mic. and it does much the same job as the Shure, but it connects to your iPhone and you can actually monitor as well. And you know, this one has a sort of you know, nice rugged feel. It feels like it's quite a sturdy microphone, and it does the job. These are about sort of £45, and you know, as I say, really good bit of kit. So this is the iRig mic, and it's a pretty good microphone. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm just going to put the pop shield on to show you the difference with that on. So here it is with the pop shield on, and it cleans up the audio just like it did with the other ones. Now the difference with these ones compared to the Shure is you'd hear a lot more of the handling noise, such as if I'm sort of doing this with your hands, whereas the Shure will block a lot of that out. Now the Philips would be even worse for that. So you just got to make sure that you hold this with a steady hand, don't sort of fidget around too much. So moving on to the next type of microphone, this is a shotgun microphone. This would actually attach to the top of your camera. It has a mini jack input which goes into your camera. Essentially this is designed to pick up microphone from far in front of it, and it's great for what we call run and gun shooting. So if you're sort of running about, you haven't got time to mic someone up with a lapel mic, then you can stick one of these on your top of your camera and you'll be picking up good clean audio from wherever you point it. Now the drawback of this is it also picks up a lot of background noise. So if you're at a seminar and you know there's people chatting in the background, this isn't going to be the best microphone to use. This one is made by Rode, called the Rode Video Mic, and it's about £100. It comes with a battery to power it, and you've got on-off switch and a light to tell you whether it's on and things like that. Okay, so this is just an audio test of the Rode Video Mic. It's just about a hand's distance away from me, and as you can see, it sounds pretty nice. I'm just going to wave it around a bit, move it around, just to show you the difference in the pickup pattern. Okay, now it's pointed away from me. It's still picking up a fairly large amount, but it's sort of not as much as if I turn it towards me. Then you can see that it suddenly picks up more when it's pointed at me, and then again less as it's pointed away. So there's a good example of the Rode Video Mic. I noticed just then that it's got a red light on. That means that the battery's running low, so I will have to change that soon. That's a nice feature. So this is another sort of shotgun style boom mic. This is actually a proper professional job. This costs about £800. It's a Sennheiser known as a 416. And this is a sort of broadcast quality microphone that they would use in TV, film and stuff, and it sounds absolutely incredible. I know that it's probably out of the price range of some people, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on what a really good quality microphone sounds like compared. Okay, so now I'm using the Sennheiser 416, the expensive microphone. I've put the DEADCAT on the top of it. I'm also holding it with a shock mount. That's because it's extremely sensitive and it would pick up sounds of your hands on the actual microphone, similar to the Rode. So this one, as you can see, has a fantastic sound to it, just generally really super professional. It does block out sound from the front. If I point it away from my mouth, you can hear it's very directional mic. As I turn it round, you can hear then suddenly it picks up a lot more sound as I'm pointing it at my mouth, and then away it will deflect the sound away. So moving on, we've got this bit of extra kit here. So this is called the iRig Pre. This allows you to plug an XLR input in, which is the professional audio connection, and you can plug that into this particular device, and then that goes directly into your iPhone. That means that you can actually use your iPhone to record with professional sounding mics, and you can monitor through this device, and it's a great bit of kit. Now, I take this to all my different shoots just as a backup, just in case I have something go wrong with my recorder, and it just means I've got the peace of mind that I can still do the job using my iPhone as the recorder. I think these are about sort of £30. So last but not least, you can get these little pop shields to go on the top of your lapel mics, and that stops the plosive sounds like the P's and B's and stuff from popping on the mic. You can also get what's called a DEADCAT or WINDJAMMER, and these are designed to stop the wind baffle on the microphone when you're recording someone outside and it's windy. So this is a tiny little one that goes over your lapel mics. They cost about 10 or 15 pounds. I know you might think, well, that's as much as the mic, but you know, if you don't have it, then it can be absolutely unusable, so it's worth the money. And then this one is designed to go over this particular microphone here, but you can use it over the top of one of the Shores or one of the handheld mics. It looks a bit silly, but it does the job. So those are good bits of kit to have in your kit bag so you don't get caught out. Okay, so there you have it. There's my professional microphone reviews video, choosing the best mic for YouTube videos. So hopefully that will clear a few things up. If you want to know more about online video, I have a free ebook, 20 ways to make better video. Just click the link below this video, enter your details, and I'll send you your free copy. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Give me a like for the video, share it with anyone you think will get value from it, and of course remember to subscribe to my channel for more useful and informative videos. So this is Ben Simon for Media Brighton TV, signing off. Thanks for watching.